Hi, I'm Catherine Diorio, and welcome to Check Please, the show where regular people from all over Chicago recommend and review their favorite restaurants. So this is how the show works. Every week we have 3 guests. Each recommends his or her favorite spot, and the other 2 go check them out and tell us what they think. This week, landscape architect Randy Michalski says that if you want an amazing environment, cool customers, and incredible food, follow him to his selection. But marketing executive Kevin Au said he's one of the throngs of devoted customers that wouldn't change a thing at his spot because they've been serving up Greek delicacies for more than 40 years. Up first, student Alyssa Jutowski says that if you want to learn a thing or two about an awesome restaurant, you've got to hang out at her pick. She says for fantastic comfort food and classic cocktails, follow her to Lincoln Avenue and stop in at Elle Woods.
I think the key with us, the magic with Elle Woods, has always been that we're just a great neighborhood restaurant. Our goal, she grew up in Saguenay, so I grew up 5 minutes from here. I mean, if you can't tell from how I talk that we're like local and Chicago and Midwestern, I mean, that's who we are, that's what we're all about. Good. Thank you. If you come to Elle Woods, the food you're definitely gonna have to try is obviously our barbecue baby back ribs. If you're into fried chicken, you gotta come in Sunday night for the fried chicken. If you're into perch and fish fries from Wisconsin, kind of Door County days, you come in on Friday night for the perch. If you're a Saturday night prime rib person, this is the place for prime rib. Whatever you are in the mood for in that great American tradition, what your mother made or what you're used to having on Sunday nights, we should have it. We should have it for you. Our goal is to literally know everybody that walks in the door, and if we don't know them, we want to get to know them because we want them to feel part of our neighborhood and our family in this community that's Elle Woods.
Alyssa, you've loved Elle Woods for as long as you can remember. Tell us why you chose it.
Well, I always think of Elle Woods as an extension of my kitchen table. After a long week, when I've been in class all day, my parents come home from a long day at work, and we can't decide what we want for dinner, it's kind of just a consensus that we go to Elle Woods. And it's fantastic. We're on a first name basis with all of the waiters and waitresses. We have our go-to dishes, and everything that we get there is always consistently good. When you walk in the door, it's wood paneling on the walls and fish up above the booths, and really just a comfortable, cozy atmosphere.
I really enjoy when the environment is combined with the food for a whole experience. Let Us Entertain You has a science in which they have this down. And therefore, I really felt that the environment captured the food, the supper club atmosphere. So I really enjoyed it, the atmosphere.
And which room did you sit in there? Because it's divided into a few spaces.
When you walked in the door, we went to the left.
So you went to the Ocean's 12 room.
Yeah, George Clooney and Brad Pitt ate in the very same room.
Maybe I sat in the same seat that they did. One of the other things that I enjoyed about the restaurant, whoever is selecting the staff there, they're absolutely wonderful. It represents a real diversity of our contemporary society.
Did you meet Frank the bartender?
No, I didn't go to the bar.
Frank's been with the restaurant since it opened.
Yeah.
As soon as you walk in, you know instantly this guy is a legend and is like a fixture of the restaurant. Yeah, you got to go back and have
go back
drinks.
just to meet him.
To your point about it being a lettuce restaurant, which I didn't know going into it, I thought it was really interesting that, you know, despite being part of like, you know, big restaurant empire, that it still has this kind of neighborhoody feel. Yeah. Instead of having just a wall of celebrities, you know, they do have Jesse White, you know, kind of a celebrity. But they have like, you know, the Kleins and the Smiths and like the wall of the kids, you know, so I love that.
So when they started their kids club, the way that it worked was once you got a certain number of punches on your card, you got a picture on the wall. So naturally, my little brother and I, within a week, we had enough punches. So there's a picture of 10-year-old me and my 8-year-old brother on the wall with like a little white matted frame.
Well, they really do try to make it seems like a connection. There's a reason for everything. They have the kids club, they have the supper club, which is if you go there 3 to 4 times a week, you get on the wall, the celebrity wall, the lunch club.
I didn't realize they had that rich kind of connection with the community.
Mm-hmm. Alyssa, tell us some of the things you love to get when you go there.
They have great specials. Sunday nights they have fried chicken, which is fantastic. I feel like I've been transported to Tennessee or Texas because, you know, massive juicy pieces with cheddar biscuits and honey drizzled all over it. It's fantastic. My favorite appetizer to order is a flatbread pizza, and even though they offer it as an appetizer, I've been known to order it as my main course and just eat the entire thing by myself. They have great ribs. The beef ribs come and they look like something prehistoric. They're these giant just hunks of meat, and all you have to do is just pick it up and go at it. There's no polite way to eat the beef ribs.
I had a marvelous dish.
What'd you have?
There was a planked salmon. It's a barbecue planked salmon. It was done perfectly. My guest had the prime rib special. It was Saturday night, and we went. It was very crowded and bustling. So there was a prime rib. There was the pounded chicken.
Yes, one of my favorites.
Really, that was the one item that got yuck at the table. And the only reason is I think they forgot the sauce.
Yeah, that's not normal.
And
for
so
them.
and that was unfortunate. My niece ordered the veggie burger. It was great.
We started out with a nice light appetizer of deep fried cheese curds, because
Super light.
I mean, how can you turn down
I wanted to try
fried
those.
cheese?
How were they?
They were great. I mean, fresh cheese curds, and they said they kind of roll them in like a Ritz cracker meal before they fry them. So I mean, obviously, it's a recipe for success right there. I had a few Wisconsinites in my group.
Cheese curds, of course.
So I said, well, that's how I sold it. But you got to come to dinner. You're from Wisconsin. We're gonna have cheese curds and fish fry. I know you're coming. So, so yeah, we had the fish fry. I gotta say, it didn't wow me, but I haven't been eating fish fries my whole life. And we started out with the chopped salad, which was excellent. I did love the baby back ribs, the pork ribs.
Yes.
And then, of course, dessert. I think that apple
I forgot
strudel.
about
Did you guys get the
dessert.
apple strudel?
I had the apple strudel and the gooey chocolate cake. If you're ever having a bad day, go and order the gooey chocolate cake. It'll change.
Or the $2 shandies.
Oh, yeah.
They had house-made shandies. Did you try that?
The shanty. Yeah, one of our guests tried that. They really enjoyed it. And I understand it was like a lemonade and beer mix.
Alyssa is new to the drinking age.
Newly 21, and I have to say, because I've been going to Elwood's my entire life, it was pretty hard for some of the waiters and waitresses there to serve me alcohol when they've seen me and known me since I was in elementary school. But I'm a fan of their dessert cocktails. To me, a chocolate martini is just everything perfect in the world in glass.
You chose Elwood. Sum it up for us.
I would say if you want classic American comfort food, slightly elevated and a cozy neighborhood feel, Elwood's is it.
Great. And Randy?
Comfort food in a very interesting atmosphere.
And Kevin?
See Frank the bartender, and he'll take good care of you.
You can try the ribs and more at Elwood's, 7110 North Lincoln Avenue in Lincolnwood, 847-677-3350. Open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner every day. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is $25. When Randy Michalski dines out, he looks for creativity in the room and the food. He says that if you're the same way, you've got to follow him to Western Avenue and bring your appetite to Bite Cafe.
Well, Bite is a modern neighborhood community diner. They're going to experience a small restaurant run right, a chef-to-table experience where the chef is not very far away. It's a very personal relationship between the chef and the customer when they come in. We still are very neighborhood-centric. People who come to the bottle for a show will stop here first for a meal, stop after for a meal, or as they come back and pick up the pieces of what happened last night, they'll have brunch and breakfast here. That is really who we serve. We serve this community and we serve the neighborhood. Our love for the food, our love for the drinks, it's a natural thing. It comes from a place of love. I mean, we actually care about the food. So it's a very honest approach to what the experience that people get here. We like the fact that people were talking to the people next to their table, and it was a really great experience. The food was fantastic. Their waitress or server was awesome. They finished their meal, went next door and saw some weird ass punk rock band. And they ended up staying there till 2 in the morning and they have to go back and pick up their car.
Randy, you say Bite Cafe is mouthwatering. Tell us why you chose it.
Well, I've been going there for 5 years. Every time I've gone there, and I've probably been there 50 times or more, I just really have enjoyed the interesting and the depth of the food. It's really intriguing, and I haven't had a bad dish there. And I just wanted to share that with other people.
Can you tell us a little bit about the space?
All the space. It's hip and cozy and bustling. It's what I think a urban restaurant should be. And it's filled with guests that represent the demography of the area. It's fun, inviting, cool food, hip people, nice soundtrack, and art that changes out on the walls based on the artist of the neighborhood. And it's got a real cool vibe.
So Bruce Finkelman is who owns it. Empty Bottle next door is also his. And that neighborhood, it really just started developing. Ukrainian Village really started developing in the last few years. So, and I went on one of my first dates with my husband there. And I thought he was so cool taking me to this edgy urban place. Well, Kevin, you're from that area. That's your neighborhood.
You know, which is so great that I'd never actually heard of this place despite living in the Bucktown Wicker Park area. So I was really thrilled to kind of find a new brunch place that I loved, by the way. Yeah, I'd say, it's a little hipstery. There's no shortage of skinny jeans, mustaches, and tattoos. But, I think it's a place where...
I go there and I have none of those.
See, so, I don't know. I think it's a place where anybody would feel welcome. I have a love-hate relationship with brunch. Sometimes it's just too crowded and too hectic. But I love that it's connected to the bar, Empty Bottle next door.
Of course.
And so while we had to wait 45 minutes, we actually, just went to have drinks next door. And I got to say, I've closed a few bars in my day, but I've never opened one. So we were there at the front door. We're ready to get our Bloody Marys.
Oh, that's great.
Well, Alyssa, so we sent you over to Bite. And it's a little different than from where you're from.
Yes.
What'd you think?
It was my first time in the Bucktown neighborhood. Everyone from the servers to the guests eating there were heavily tattooed and pierced and looked like they were in a rock band. And I instantly felt like I was not cool enough to be eating there. I walked in in my little cardigan sweater, took a seat. But the waitress that we had was wonderful and welcoming. And as soon as we sat down, we definitely loosened up and ordered our food, and we were very happy.
Randy, okay, you go there. I mean, you've been there so many times.
Yes.
What do you get?
There's a skate win, there's a gnocchi that I get, and I primarily get a fish special. And I'll tell you what I got last time. Heirloom tomatoes. It was unbelievable. I shared it with our guests. The tomato melts in your mouth. No wonder they call it tomato fruit. I mean, it's just magnificent.
So nothing beats a seasonal tomato. It's a little bit of salt and boom.
It's magic.
Done.
Magic.
I love that it has a lot of vegetarian and vegan options. So one of the people in my group, she's vegan, and so many times I feel bad for when I go out to dinner with a vegan because they get like veggie pasta or a fruit plate.
Right.
But they actually have delicious vegan food. They have breakfast poutine on the menu.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
I've always wanted to try that too.
Look, it's fries, cheese curds, and the eggs were poached perfectly. Like whoever's doing that in the kitchen should teach a master class on how to poach eggs. Because you slice it open and it's perfectly. Just the yolks kind of oozes out, and it is perfect.
They're not easy to do.
So yeah, I love the dish.
We went for dinner. So I had a burger with just like the classic cheeseburger with fries. It was good. It was a little heavy on the mayo. But then we tried one of the specials, which was steak with this chimichurri sauce and corn pudding. That was excellent. And can we just take a minute to talk about the desserts? They were slap your grandma good. I had the salted brownie sundae, which was magnificent, and then the challah bread pudding. And it was so good because it was almost like French toast. It was kind of crusty on the outside, like they griddled it, but the inside was just like soft and gooey, and I just like my eyes rolled back in my head and I had a moment. It was fantastic. And I love that the kitchen is right off of the dining room, so you can see them as they're preparing your entire dish, which is cool.
When you open up a kitchen, that means you're not afraid to show what's behind the window. And I like that in restaurants. That's the truth and honesty in preparation.
Kevin, who would you bring there? I know you went with a group, but who would you bring there again?
Yeah, I'd say it's great for, friends or couples or whatnot. I mean, I think it's as a brunch place, it's perfect. I mean, like, again, the space is very warm, inviting, and it's really bright too. So you have like nice big windows. So it feels like a place you want to start to wake up on a Sunday morning.
Randy, you chose Bite Cafe. Sum it up for us.
Well, if you want very interesting food, representative of the neighborhood, cool, hip atmosphere, and maybe even go next door for some interesting entertainment later, choose Bite.
Perfect. Melissa?
So if you want urban casual dining and a little stylistic flair, this is the place.
Great. And Kevin?
If you're looking for a stress-free brunch experience in a Ukrainian village with creative brunch options and a bar attached to it next door, it's the place for you.
You can taste the seasonal cuisine for yourself at Bite Cafe, 1039 Northwestern Avenue, 773-395-2483. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. Reservations are not accepted, and the alcohol is BYOB. And the average tab per person is $20.
It's a magic.
Kevin Au says that if there's a place in town that deserves the gold medal for fantastic food and a warm vibe, it's his selection. He says for a fan favorite that's been doing it right since before he was born, follow him to Lincoln Park and stop in at Athenian Room.
The restaurant's been here since 1972. Started out just a little room in the front, and here we are, 42 years later. Still going strong. Same food, same owners, same recipe. Some of my cooks are still the same. The decor is exactly as it was 42 years ago. Wait long enough to come back in style. So, we've seen a lot of things coming and going in this neighborhood, except for the customers. They're still here. It's a Greek-American cuisine. So, we have burgers, but it's a Greek burger. We have chicken, but it's a Greek chicken. We have Greek salads. It's a very family-friendly atmosphere. Huge portions. As one customer once told me, Depression-era prices. This kind of business, you have to be passionate, otherwise don't do it. It eats you up and spits you out. So if you really like what you're doing, people see that and they feel it, and then they respond to that. It makes me feel good. I go to work every day with joy in my heart, truly. That sounds a little, iffy, but it's really true. I love what I do. I love being with the people. I like, serving good food. It's really fun.
Kevin, you say Athenian Room does it right. Tell us why you chose it.
Oh, geez, Athenian Room. It's just one of those perfect places where everything they do is just as it should be. It hasn't changed in decades, and if you came back in 20 years, it would be exactly the same. It's a casual Greek place, fixture of the Lincoln Park neighborhood, and it's just casual, wonderful Greek food at fair prices with huge portions, and the legendary Kalamata chicken. If you guys haven't had it, it's rotisserie chicken on a bed of Greek fries, so they're steak fries with like a lemon oregano sauce, and the juices from the chicken soak into the fries, but magically, the fries are still crispy. It's a signature dish, and I want to go there now.
Randy, what did you think when you went?
Well, given the atmosphere is very important to me, I got a very good vibe from the street. Nice little cafe, and the place was bustling. I'm going to say the interior, predictable. Brick arches, stucco walls, pictures of Greece.
Do you think that the way a room is set up affects your dining experience?
Absolutely. I think the whole environment does, whether you perceive it consciously or subconsciously. They're all ingredients that participate in the dining experience. They were moving people through quickly, and you got that feel right away when you walked into the lobby. I would have liked, and I think this is greatly underrated as a dining experience, background music. It's so frustrating to walk into a restaurant and not have the background music compatible with the dining experience. That's what I would suggest to improve the atmosphere.
Alyssa, what did you think when you went there?
Well, I have to say, before we even got into the restaurant, I was already a fan, given the location. It's right off of DePaul University's campus, and there's a million little shops and boutiques along Armitage, so I just wanted to go shopping. But once we stopped in, I thought it was a really charming interior. I felt like I was suddenly in Greece with the archways and the big picture window, and the portion sizes were epic. Just walking through past the other diners who are already there, I was getting hungry.
I mean, it's one of the best deals in town. I mean, for like, $8 or $10, I mean, you're getting a huge plate. Euros the size of your head, for
absolutely.
like $8, $9.
Yeah.
Well, what did you have when you were there?
I have to say I went for the gyros the size of my head. It arrived as this mountain, and they give you, a little pita bread on this bed of Greek fries that soaks in this lemony herb sauce, and it was delicious. And I, started with the fork and knife. I abandoned that, and I just went in, and it was great. I will say, if you go, request extra napkins. You will need them.
Randy, what'd you have there to eat?
Oh, you mentioned it, Kevin, before. I had to have, the Kalamata chicken, and AKA the Tina Fey chicken. And
So Tina Fey notoriously said this is her favorite meal in Chicago that she misses. So.
And I do think I got the best thing on the menu. And I will say, there's a Greek caviar there that is worth, if you enjoy Greek caviar.
Taramosalata.
Thank you very much for the name. That is worth in itself, and I thought we were off to a great start with that because it was very, very good.
Well, they're definitely doing something right here. I mean, it's been open
Absolutely.
since 1972,
Right.
which is like lifetimes and lifetimes in the
Right.
restaurant industry.
right.
So, I mean, the owner, Alex Palakas, he's been working in Greek restaurants since he was 12. So, Randy, is this the typical menu you would see at a Greek restaurant?
No, not at all. And that's what I had expectations of. Whenever I've gone to Greek restaurants in the past, it's just I've really enjoyed it because you could just do a study class on the menu items. This, on the other hand, had a very limited menu item.
Right, it's not Greek town. If you're going looking for saganaki or octopus or a lamb shank, it's not that kind of place. It's more a casual takeout-y kind of.
You're right, it is. I would have liked to see some more choices on the menu. I was with someone who is a vegetarian, and subsequently there were not a lot of choices for her in particular on the menu.
Euros the size of your head was not a big selling point
No,
for her.
especially not for her.
You have a great Greek salad with feta, which is excellent as well.
And that's what she ended up with, the spinach pie and one of the salads.
I will say though, if it's your first time going to a Greek restaurant or trying Greek food, it's very accessible with the menu. It's all, clearly explained. It's all in English.
Well, Alyssa, given that it's in DePaul University's neighborhood, what was the crowd like there?
Was definitely a lot of college-age students, and I think that speaks to the price point. A lot of people just after class stopped in and were discussing their day over a plate of gyros. Our server was a DePaul University student, but clearly it's a fixture of the neighborhood, and they have a loyal following.
You have such a cross-section neighborhood there because you have young people who are at DePaul, but then you also have a lot of families. I went there with a big group, and when there was 2 kids in the group, they gave high marks for the cheeseburger and the gyro, so definitely kid-friendly. And I'd bring anybody there. It's a place where everybody's welcome and comfortable.
Well, Kevin, you chose Athenian Room. Sum it up for us.
Head to Lincoln Park and have the legendary Kalamata chicken.
Great. And Randy?
The menu's very straightforward and basic. And if you're careful and order the Tina Fey chicken, you'd have a wonderful experience.
And Alyssa?
I would say accessible food, great prices, great location.
You can taste the chicken and more at Athenian Room, 807 West Webster, 773-348-5155. Open for lunch and dinner every day. Reservations are not accepted, alcohol is not served, and the average tab per person is $15. So on this week's show, we featured Elwood's on Lincoln, Bite Cafe on Western, and Athenian Room on Webster. Let's recap what our guests had to say. First, we made our way to Lincoln Avenue and stopped in at Elwood's. Alyssa recommends it for the cozy atmosphere and comfort food. Randy thought the environment was intriguing and loved his entree. Kevin liked the neighborhood feel and American fare. Then we brought you to Bite Cafe in Ukrainian Village. Randy recommends it for its interesting cuisine and an urban atmosphere. Alyssa enjoyed the cool vibe and fantastic food. and Kevin thought it was welcoming and delicious. Lastly, we checked out Athenian Room in Lincoln Park. Kevin recommends it for the legendary Kalamata chicken. Randy thought the atmosphere and menu were basic, but did enjoy the chicken. Alyssa loved the location and thought the restaurant was charming. We've had a wonderful time this week. I want to thank my guests, Alyssa Jatowski, Randy Michalski, and Kevin Au. Join us next week for 3 new guests recommending 3 of their favorite restaurants right here on Check Please. I'm Catherine Diorio, and I'll see you then.
For more information about the restaurants featured on Check Please, go to WTTW.com/checkplease.